World Citizen Peace is dedicated to empowering people to create a just and peaceful world. World Citizen Peace offers 3 pathways to peace: by joining as an international peace site, becoming a peace ambassador, and supporting peace education in our homes, schools, and in the wider community. The purpose of peace education is to help us become more mindful about peace in our daily lives, provide ideas and resources for peace action, and learn from peacemakers in the world so that together we can create cultures of peace where we live and work. World Citizen Pathways are grounded firmly in our 5 peace actions. Seek peace within yourself and others. Reach out in service. Protect the environment. Respect diversity. Be a responsible citizen of the world. In this video, we explore the peace action, seek peace within yourself and others. I'll be your peace guide, Julie Lillie. Go ahead and grab something to write down your reflections, ideas, and learning, and we'll dive right in. Seeking peace within means experiencing the right now and developing and deepening our self-awareness and inner calm. These are the foundations for creative intelligence. When we know ourselves through love, we awaken to our true nature as creative beings. As creative beings, we know that our thoughts, words, and actions are energy that transforms into our physical world. As Gandhi said, your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values become your destiny. As we seek peace within ourselves, we learn to notice, release, and authentically replace our negative thoughts. If we don't, those negative thoughts will also manifest in our physical world. As creative beings, we have the opportunity to positively energize our internal and external world through our thoughts, words, and actions. Philosopher and educator Jiddu Krishnamurti taught that in order for there to be peace in the world, we must first seek peace within ourselves. He said, understanding of the self only arises in relationship, in watching yourself in relationship to people, ideas, and things, to trees, the earth, the world around you, and within you. Relationship is the mirror in which the self is revealed. Without self-knowledge, there is no basis for right thought and action. When asked, how does one start? Krishnamurti replied, begin where you are. For most of us, seeking peace within yourself is a lifelong process that is continually changing in response to our limited experience of the world. Our ways of being have been shaped by our childhood experiences, ancestral histories, generational trauma, life experiences, as well as, depending on your beliefs, our past lives. Before we explore more, let's take a moment to pause and reflect. What makes you, you? Ask yourself, who am I? Feel free to pause this video as you need. In her book, Atlas of the Heart, educator and researcher Brené Brown offers a map of meaningful connection and grounding in language of human experience. She says, without understanding how our feelings, thought, and behaviors work together, it's almost impossible to find our way back to ourselves and each other. When we don't understand how our emotions shape our thoughts and decisions, we become disembodied from our own experiences and disconnected from each other. Let's go a little deeper here with understanding emotions. Emotions are neither inherently bad or good. We experience emotions with varying degrees of intensity and levels of pleasantness. Our emotions bring us information and messages asking us to stop, pay attention, change, communicate, leave, continue, begin, or respond. Because emotional intelligence has been undervalued in recent history, many of us, myself included, may struggle with really understanding the full language of emotions. It is important to explore the messages of our emotions and these self-awareness concepts in our life. When we have an internal conflict or parts of ourselves that are not fully integrated or in harmony, it will impact our relationships, health, and well-being. Let's take a moment to pause and reflect. What emotions have you experienced today? What messages have your emotions brought forward for you to explore? One of the most important parts of peace education is seeking peace with others, even when you have differing beliefs, ideas, or opinions. Conflict is inevitable, but responses of aggression and violence need not to be. When we dig into causes of why a conflict may be occurring, it may be due to differing thoughts, values, communication styles, or goals. Conflict also occurs when someone's needs or wants are not being met. When there's competition or even perceived competition for resources and a scarcity mindset is present, disagreement, even aggression and violence may arise. Whatever the reason, our emotional state is always a part of the picture in how we interpret and respond to the issue. It's important for humans to be able to face our problems and to handle them in peaceful and timely ways. This eases both parties' angst. Holding on to the issue and potentially internalizing and exasperating the situation. Conflict resolution is a skill beneficial for creating a just and peaceful world. Let's take another moment to pause and reflect. Think about a recent time you were involved in a conflict. What skills and strategies do you have or did you need in order to resolve it peacefully? Even if you do not directly work with children or youth, you definitely carry an impact on future generations through your role modeling. After all, we are all interconnected. Let's explore how this peace action might be experienced with children and with youth learners. Despite all the strategies we share with learners, and trust me, there's a lot, conflicts are a daily occurrence, and it can feel like a long or repetitive process to learn how to seek peace with others. Peaceful, proactive conflict resolution and restorative practices are important processes and experiences, and for all people. When we actively include learners in the development and leadership of these processes, we are creating skilled peace builders and peacemakers. For example, practices such as peer mediation and peace circles are grounded in democratic practices that center students. In a peace circle, all voices are valued. Peace circles are not new. In fact, they've been used for centuries in Native and Indigenous cultures, where traditionally conflicts have been solved through healing circles, led by elders of the community who listen to both sides of the conflict and offer counsel. In a peace circle, there's often a circle keeper who helps maintain a brave and supportive space aligned to the agreed-upon guidelines. This is a role all learners ought to have the opportunity to serve in. Using a talking piece such as a stone, participants take turn respectfully sharing, problem-solving, and coming to a consensus or an agreement. A peace circle with the purpose of conflict resolution or problem-solving may be structured with the circle keeper opening and sharing the purpose of the circle. Then there is a round of sharing and reflection about what harm was experienced and who was affected. After that, a shared exploration of what might help heal the harms of all affected occurs. The third round explores how the harm might be prevented in the future and what is each person's role for having that peace. The circle keeper will then close the circle in a positive way. First Nations and Indigenous people have also long used peacemaking circles as a process for making decisions, seeking support, sharing, and healing. Peace circles invite connection, community, and individual and collective accountability, and they may change and vary a little based on its purpose. Through peace education, we can recognize how our values, needs, and wants impact our behaviors and decisions. When something is misaligned to our values, it creates conflict. When our needs or wants or rights are not being met, this creates turmoil. Frustration builds up to hostility, aggression, and violence. Loving kindness and giving ourselves and others grace is an antidote. Emotion dysregulation is the inability to manage the duration and intensity of emotions, or difficulty in recovering from strongly felt emotions. Keep in mind, when a human is dysregulated, it's really hard for them to listen, to comprehend, or to cope. Think about a child having a tantrum. They're not able to reason with you while they're in this dysregulated state. Considering this, it's really important to engage in peaceful practices regularly, even when we may feel we're already at ease. Practicing seeking peace within will allow us to more easily access that calm or regulated state when stress or dysregulation occurs. There are many practices we can engage in that support the calming or regulating of the nervous system. This could be meditation, body scans, physical movement, journaling, art, music, mindfulness, awareness, observation of the self, being in nature, practices like Qigong, and just pausing to notice your breath. There are so many possibilities, definitely too many to name here. This peace action, seek peace within yourselves and others, carries a call to action. We invite you to set an intention for a practice that will bring relaxation and also nourish or restore you. You might start with setting a short and long-term goal that feels realistic and be open to revising them as your practice flows and progresses. You might also consider what support or resources would be helpful. And take an opportunity to explore challenges or possible barriers to putting this practice in place. Also recommend giving yourself patience as you bring this practice into your way of being. We are grateful that you've taken the time to learn, think, and reflect about the peace action, seek peace within yourselves and others. We invite you to share how you are aligned to or implementing this peace action. You can send a note, a picture, or really any other seek peace within yourself type artifact that you wish to share. Send it to peaceactions@worldcitizenpeace.org. Take care.